Hello everyone and welcome to our very first St Margaret's High School podcast. This is called Bene's Banter. Hello everyone, I am your host for today's podcast. My name is Mr. Wardlaw, or Chris Wardlaw to some. And for our very first podcast, I am joined by some very, very important people in the school. Probably the most important person. So can I introduce first of all our school captain, Gemma Hickey, who's here today. Hello, Gemma.
Hi.
And we're joined by someone else. We're joined by our head teacher, Mr. O'Connor, or Kevin to some people.
Hello, Mr. Wardlaw.
Right, well, folks, this is our first podcast and hopefully what will become a range of podcast series we're going to be releasing from the school. This particular podcast is going to be focused on talking to staff, pupils and parents about their experiences in St Margaret's High School. And over the weeks, we're going to have a range of different podcasts that are going to be student-led, coming out through the head teacher's way and through YouTube. So keep an eye out for all the future podcasts. So today, we're just going to do a bit of a get to know you with our head teacher and our pupil school captain. So I'm going to start with Mr. O'Connor. You've been here at St Margaret's now for, well, this is your third year here now. What were your first impressions of St Margaret's High School?
Well, that's very interesting actually, because when I first arrived here, I was supposed to be here temporarily because I was head teacher at St Maurice's in Cumbernauld, and therefore I had no preconceptions. I was told in June that I was moving over to St Margaret's, and that's an unusual thing. That's a really unusual thing in teaching, to not actually have initially applied for the job that you would then do. So I just rolled with it, and I immediately was really impressed with the school. The fact that day one when you meet all the young people in the school, the sense of the St Margaret's team is quite visible because of the school uniform, which is, it's not unfair to say it is the best uniform I've ever seen in any school, and I've worked in about 7, 8, 9 schools now, and that is a really a powerful sight, and it does actually have an influence on the way that people act in the school, because there is a real team effort in many of the things that happen in the school. So that's the first impression, was that team of St Margaret's. The relationships between the young people themselves was first class, and the warmth of welcome that I got from both the pupils, the staff, and the families was really impressive. So it's fair to say that I really did have a really enjoyable start into a school that I didn't know lots about, because I hadn't done my homework. I'd done my homework once I realised, but you know, when you apply, when anybody applies for a job, you know, you do your homework. You spend maybe weeks, months actually, you know, learning about different aspects of an organisation that you're going. That's what people do. You know, you don't walk out your front door and decide where you're going after it. You've got a plan of what you're doing. So I didn't need to have that preconception of what's on paper telling me what the school was. I got to do an unusual thing in life, and particularly in a school, which was make my own mind up about the school with my own eyes and my own ears. So that's what I quite enjoyed. So and that's why I'm still here.
I was going to say, clearly it was a good first impression, because 2 and a bit years later you're still here with us. I'm going to turn to Gemma now. You're the more experienced of the guests here today, because you've been here for nearly 6 years. Mm-hmm. What are some of your favourite memories in your time here so far at St Margaret's? Is there any events or things that have happened that stand out for you?
I think there's definitely been a load of standout moments in my 6 years at the school, and I think the first one is first year home economics. Because I loved baking and I loved cooking in the class, and also just some of the funniest stories have come out of that class. It's insane. And I think my main one just now so far, or my favourite standout memory, has just been coming into 6th year. It's a really different feeling, knowing that this is your last year of high school, and there definitely is a lot of pressure to do the best you can in your exams in 5th year. But when you get to 6th year, you're definitely a bit more secure knowing that you've done the hard work, and this year you can sit back, not totally relax, but just enjoy yourself a bit more than you have in previous years. And I think there's definitely a few moments I'm looking forward to over the course of this year. There's the snowball, there's the prom, the leavers mass, and just being able to join more school committees is really exciting for me.
Okay, Gemma, so you're talking about this year for you then. So let's twist it a wee bit then. So you are the school captain, along with Darren, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. So what are your plans as the school captain? What would you like to achieve this year? And also, what would you like your legacy as the school captain to be?
My legacy, and as elevator pitchy as I possibly can say it, is to bring youth volunteering and social action to St Margaret's and make sure that all pupils from 1st to 6th year have the opportunity to get involved in wider achievement programmes and achieve awards such as the Saltire Award, Platinum Youth Achievement Award, or Youth Achievement Awards, and Dynamic Youth Awards, and make sure that they have enough and they have a lot of experience and achievements to put on their UCAS forms. I think that's something really big for me, is when I was in 1st year, I didn't really do anything outside of school, partially because I didn't know what was out there, and also because it wasn't as widely advertised as it is now. And when I got into 4th year, I joined the Climate Ambassadors group, and that was just so life-changing for me, as cheesy as it is to say.
Cheesy's fine by me.
Cheesy's fine. But I've really grown as a person since getting involved in volunteering, and I think the main impact of volunteering on me has been my confidence. Can safely say I would not be able to sit here and do this podcast if I didn't get involved in stuff outside of school, and I just think that's so valuable, and I want every young person in the school to be able to experience that. So it's kind of a 3-tiered approach. I want to be able to do social media and advertise opportunities through social media. So the podcast, the school accounts, and also through the website. Just making it known what volunteering, youth groups, community groups are out there for young people, and also looking to make sure that every young person is getting the opportunity to participate in awards programs such as the Saltire Award, as I know that's what they started last year. And I think that is my legacy, is I want to be able to, lofty goal, I want to be able to make sure that every young person, if they want to, is able to get involved in volunteering and community groups.
Really fantastic goals there. And I know how hard at work you are, Gemma, and I have no doubt at all that you will achieve those goals this year. And I'm really looking forward to see by the end of the year where we are with all the hard work you're doing. Another thing I'm interested to see by the end of the year is the plans that Kevin, you have for the school. So would you like to talk to us a wee bit about where you see the school going forward and any key plans you have?
Well, absolutely. And how do you follow Gemma's vision for the school? Because there's some great ideas in there, and allowing those ideas to flow through social media, I think, is one of the most important aspects of the work that we could be doing this year, and just making sure that that information gets out there, because we all have our different ways of communicating, and the reason we're doing this is to try something different and try something new, and just, you know, that ambition to try something that really makes a difference is something that I think is really quite exciting. But for me, I think, you know, when you're the head teacher in any school, you're that temporary guardian for a period of time of the legacy of the school. And sometimes I feel it's don't muck it up is the best way that you can live your life as a head teacher, to make sure that you don't break anything. But also it's a great opportunity to actually build on something, build on the foundation that's already there. So, you know, I know that in St Margaret's, this school is held in great trust by the community and by lots of the parents that were actual pupils in the school. And that's a great gift and a great opportunity for a school to build on, because the vision of the school really hasn't changed, deliberately so. It's about changing lives. The only twist and little addition that we have refreshed in recent times, just in the last year, is to change lives through love as well as faith in learning. And that, I think, is a guiding passion for me, that we make sure that whatever we do to be mindful of each other, and that we are that team, and that we don't do things for the sake of just getting ahead in life, but it's about actually being able to have that, self-worth, and we want something better for ourselves, but we also want something better for each other. So that's what drives me for the school, so that if we want to put our values into action, then we need to really show that those values are into action. There's no point in having a poster that's in front of all of us just now, with those values of hope, equality and aspiration and resilience and teamwork. There's no point in just having them on a nice glossy poster. We've got to show them, and that's what the work of our school captains. That's what the work of our lots of our young people every day is about. And it's a great privilege, to be honest, to just be involved in that, and to see it happen, and to have some part in allowing it to happen. So that's what our vision is to make sure that we go through the next stage, and our next stage has got 3 big priorities, which is about the well-being of our young people, and it's about those learning and teaching experiences for our young people, and making sure that we have the best self-evaluation of ourselves, so that we know how much and how well we are doing things. So yeah, that's my elevator pitch, Gemma. So.
To be fair, mine was not very elevator pitchy. Mine went on for a wee bit.
But I think in general, though, the work that the school is going to be doing over the next year for the young people, it's just going to take everything a step further and give more opportunities for young people. And really, as you say, it's pushing the values into action in the school, and I think that's so important as well. Yeah. Now, we've done the formal part now. I feel like it's time to get to know you a wee bit better.
Oh.
So we're going
to be dangerous.
Well, so I've got a couple of quick fire questions for you. Okay, so Jem, I'm going to come to you first. What's your favourite subject in school?
Oh, that's need to watch what teachers are listening to this one. History. I think my favourite subject's always been history. At uni, I want to study a joint degree in law and history, just because I've always loved it since I was in primary school, and even when I come up to high school, from day dot, I knew that was a subject that I wanted to take on right up till higher. So I ended up doing that. I'm sad to not be in it this year, but I have to say I love all the subjects I'm taking this year as well. So
nice save at the end there.
Yeah, got to be conscious.
Yeah.
Now, I think I can probably guess this one, but what was your favourite subject in school, Kevin?
Oh, that is actually a very difficult one, because my most successful one was history, actually, interestingly enough. I went and did a university politics and English. So politics was more of a passion, and enjoyed that subject. But actually, interestingly enough, this will really make me feel very old. The subject that, because I couldn't do music at school because of different combinations. I'd loved to have done music to higher, actually. But the subject that I really did is a subject that isn't on in school. It's Latin. I really enjoyed Latin. I think it was because of the teachers and because of the class, but it was just brilliant. But it makes me really, really old, by the way.
Well, I've kind of got to ask now, can you give us something in Latin? Can you remember anything?
Magnopere. Greatly. I remember that. Amo massa.
You could have went with the school's motto as well.
Transiri, Bene faciendo. Yes, I could have. But yeah, there's lots of great words that come up with, and you know that that they're from another language. I am quite fascinated by that, but that's because of Latin, and that's the only reason I was probably an English teacher. Was not because of English initially. It was because I did Latin, and it was a great subject to do. So it's a shame we don't have it in school these days, I think. But I don't think that view is shared by many people. But
would you have liked to have done Latin, Gemma?
I think I would have preferred Spanish, to be honest. I'm not wanting to go down the dead language route, but I think in terms of travelling, I'm more likely to travel to a Spanish-speaking country than a Latin-speaking country, and
True.
I don't actually know if they're...
Is any?
No.
No.
I didn't think so.
That's the smart choice.
But you weren't expecting that answer, so I'm
No,
like,
I thought either you were going to say English or I know how much you like your music, so I thought it might be music, but interesting Latin. Okay.
It's language is in there. See,
Languages, right.
language is probably the driver of it all. But so there you go.
Lovely. So the next question I'm going to ask you then, we'll go to Gemma first. Who's your favourite, since we're on the music topic, who's your favourite band or artist?
Band and singer are very different. My favourite band is the Beatles,
Classic.
best band of all time. And my favourite singer is Taylor Swift.
Oh, she's a Swiftie.
Yes.
Oh,
I went to the Eras tour and it was just the best day ever.
Right, okay. Are you a Swiftie, Kevin?
well, no, I'm not. But like the music though, the music's amazing. Because the concerts, it kind of reminded you of all the great music that's in it. It was so that was been really good. I do like Oasis. Obviously, did manage to get one of the lucky ones. Did manage to get tickets recently. So Edinburgh, here we come next year. So Oasis, I think they were my band in the 1990s, and therefore I can quite genuinely claim to have enjoyed them over the years. So yeah, I think Oasis would be my one probably if I had to pick one. But I do like listening to a range, and probably wouldn't say I've probably got one, but I'll pick that one.
I'm going to be controversial here, and I think Blur were better. However,
Blur were better. Roll With It was not a good song.
no. We'll not get into that. We don't
Not
want
going to
to.
get into the debate about Country House, but
No, we don't want to reignite the 1990s
Yeah,
Britpop argument here.
no.
I lived through it as well, and I prefer Blur. So,
dear.
right, we've got one more quick fire question for you. So, we're going to go to movies this time. So, Gemma, what is your favourite movie of all time?
See, that's really difficult.
Yep, that's why I asked it.
Yeah. See, I feel like I should have been briefed about the movies. I need my top 5. I think I'll say Knives Out.
Knives Out.
Knives Out.
That's a brilliant movie. Although I have to say, I think the sequel, Glass Onion, is better.
Yeah.
I thought Glass Onion was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. Love both of them. I think for some reason though, I just preferred Knives Out, and I don't know if it was because it was more classic murder mystery. But Glass Onion was absolutely amazing as well.
Yeah, and Christopher Plummer's in Knives Out as well, and he's a great actor.
Yep.
Sound music guy.
You've got to love murder mystery films. That's my
I
my
totally
thing.
agree.
And programs, there's people around this table who love Columbo.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Kevin, what is your favourite film of all time? If you had to pick one.
Well, it's going to have to be a James Bond film, obviously. So,
And just for those listening who don't know, it's no secret to most people in the school that Kevin is a massive James Bond fan. Would be putting an understatement on it. In fact, sitting in his office right now, I'm just looking at James Bond posters.
Yeah.
Now, here's a challenge. Which of the James Bond films is your favourite?
Well, that is the difficulty. So I'm going to go with the latest one. I'm going to say No Time to Die. I know it's controversial.
That is controversial.
It is, yeah. But, and if it wasn't that, then it would be For Your Eyes Only.
Interesting. So, actually, I'm also a big Bond fan, as the next segment will hopefully show. I have to say mine has to be The Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh, great film.
That has to be the best film. And I think you are in agreement with me, Kevin, that to you, your James Bond is Roger Moore.
Absolutely.
And I'm the same.
The rule is it's the actor that you grew up with. So it's the actor. It's that's who it's got to be for me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm a Roger Moore man. Gemma, do you watch Bond films at all?
I haven't, and I feel like in this conversation,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to now.
Yeah.
After the whole segment on it, but no, I've not watched any James Bond films, and I feel very left out.
That's okay. Well,
And it is a prerequisite for being school captain now. It's part of the remit that you've, because we discussed that a couple of weeks ago, I'm sure, with Darren, that you've got to see it. You've got to at least have watched at least half of all the James Bond films if you're going to successfully fulfil your role as school captain. So
I've still got a few months yet to catch up.
yeah. It's a very good education, James Bond
absolutely.
films. Speaking of which, we're just going to finish off today. And knowing we're doing this podcast, I asked Gemma in advance if she would come up with a little Bond quiz for myself and Kevin. Not that I'm professing to know more, because I think I might get beaten quite badly here, but I'm going to try my best. So We're going to play a wee game of who knows Bond best. Yes.
Okay.
Gemma, we're going to leave it in your hands. You are now in charge. I don't know, do you want to do a question each? We don't have...
Shout out the answer. Like, maybe. I've got an odd number, so.
All right, okay.
Shout out. Yeah.
Okay.
So do we shout out our name first and then the answer, or just the answer?
Or do we tap the
Whatever you think.
right?
Just
We'll try and
go
shout
for
it
it.
out first.
Okay.
Then Gemma can decide.
Right, Gemma, when you're ready, take it away.
Okay. Question 1 is, which Bond film holds the record for containing the highest number of deaths?
Oh, now that is a good.
License to Kill.
No.
It is Die Another Day.
No. You Only Live Twice.
Oh.
Wow. No, I wouldn't have got that.
No, I wouldn't have got that either.
That one.
Right, you're showing us up already, Gemma.
Yeah,
this is
I know,
not right.
This is a bad start.
See, because I've not watched any of the James Bond films, I can't judge how easy or difficult these questions are. So
It was a good question. I liked it.
You
Right.
Only Live Twice, incidentally, very interestingly, from an English teacher point of view, the script was written by Roald Dahl.
Yes.
really?
So, yeah, so there you go.
Okay. Question 2 is, what actor made his first appearance as James Bond in GoldenEye?
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. Well, point each.
We'll tie that one.
Point each.
We need to listen back really to if we're
Yeah.
going to do.
Okay. Question 3. Which actor has played James Bond the most number
Roger
of
Moore.
times?
It is, well, I would say, well, Roger Moore and Sean Connery did the same amount of James Bonds, so the question would need to be who's done the most official with the Eon production James Bonds, but it's a tie between Sean Connery and James.
That's what
and
I've
Roger
got
Moore.
written down of either
Sean
Sean Connery
Connery.
or Roger Moore.
But
So
Aye.
Officially Eon wins, and I'm sure you'll know this, Mr. O'Connor.
Yeah.
The answer is
The official non one
the official Eon wins. Who's the most Bond?
is Roger Moore.
So I think I get the point for that there.
Well,
depends how specific you go.
yeah, well, half a point each.
Right, okay.
Okay. Question 4. What is the name of Bond's ancestral home?
Skyfall.
Yeah.
We'll give you that one.
Oh.
We'll give you that one.
Question 5. What was the first James Bond movie?
Dr. No.
Doctor No.
Yeah.
I'll
Like
take
Mr.
that one.
Wardlaw gets
I'll
that
take that one.
Gets that one.
Okay. Question 6. And For Your Eyes Only, Q goes undercover as a what?
As a Greek Orthodox minister.
I've got written down priest.
Yeah.
But pretty much.
It was
same thing.
in Greece, so yeah,
Yeah.
it was. We'll give that.
Okay. Question 7, I think. What James Bond film features Christopher Walken as billionaire?
Have you take
industrial- Okay. Didn't get
Oh,
finished
you're
the
getting me a
question
quick.
there.
This is too quick for me.
Who's keeping track of these points, by the way?
I think Kevin's in
feel-
the lead just now by 1 or 2.
Yeah. Okay. What body part is Dr. No missing?
His arms, hands.
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 Oh,
It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both.
Okay. Okay, I think this is maybe question 9.
okay.
Who played Bond in Casino Royale?
Daniel
Dan
Craig.
Craig.
The original.
Oh, David Niven.
Yep.
Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers played it as well as a double role, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Good question.
These are very good questions. They're
Yeah,
challenging.
I like these.
I was worried they were going to be like, I've got no scale for how difficult
Oh no,
they
they're
are.
good.
So,
They're good.
how old was Roger Moore when he last played Bond?
57.
57.
Yes.
Tell you.
Okay. What souvenir does 007 bring Moneypenny in The World Is Not Enough?
Ooh, now that is a good question. A souvenir, a cigar.
Yep.
I've not watched that film in a long time. I was trying to think that I could not think.
Well, do you know why I watched it recently? It's
Oh,
because-
he's watched it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet you went home last night and were studying for this, weren't you?
Well, I got for my birthday, special birthday, a visit to the Millennium Dome, which is now the O2. And of course, famously, when The World Is Not Enough was filmed, and they filmed the opening sequence at the Millennium Dome.
That's right.
To publicise it, and so that's and so I went back and watched it. So.
Sorry. And is that us, Gemma? Is that the questions done?
I've got 4 more.
Oh,
All right. Okay.
I was trying to end it on 15, but
Right. We'll go quick fire then.
Okay.
Let's go.
what vehicle does Bond steal in GoldenEye to pursue Oramov through the streets of St. Petersburg?
A tank.
He does.
a tank, yeah. Yep.
Should I actually Googled how to say that name before I come on and
that-
read the question? What is Bond's official military title?
Commander.
Yep.
I think you maybe just pipped that one there off me.
Okay. How many Bond movies did John Glenn direct?
5.
Yep. Okay.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Can we name them?
Go then.
For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, A View to a Kill, Living Daylights, License to Kill.
Bonus points?
No.
No. Okay. Last question is, what is the name of the fictional island on which Dr. No had his headquarters?
Ooh. Fictional island and Dr. No.
Crab Key.
Yep.
Crab Key.
Crab
Well
Key.
done.
Got in there at the end there.
That's
Steal a point.
That was good. I like that. I like that. I'm impressed, Mr. Wardlaw. I'm impressed. That's excellent.
I don't think I'm maybe quite as fast as you. I mean, I think I knew the answers there, but you got in there so
Yeah.
fast with some of them. It's like, so what we can take away from this basically is that we are both quite sad, big, huge James Bond fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
That's
so.
it.
And we do work during the day
Yes.
just to impress
Yes.
upon everyone
Yes.
that this is just a 10-minute coffee break, that we actually do hard work and that this is what we do in our spare time.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you very much for the quiz, Gemma. It was a very good quiz. It was a challenging quiz.
Excellent. Very
Definitely.
impressed with that.
And we're just coming to the end of the show now. And I just want to thank both Gemma and Kevin for joining me as my guest today, and sharing some information about their experiences at school, but also sharing some of their personal information about things they like, and highlighting how big a James Bond fan some of us actually are. As I say, this is the first of hopefully many podcasts that will be coming your way. Episode 2 will be out soon. And until then, I want everyone to take care, and it's bye from us.
Thank you.
Thank you.